Okay, fellas. Okay, Satter, he's been out of it for a little while. Well, I'm back now. I've been working on a sleek homemade, just messing around, cold winter months. As you can see, it's a arm and wing. I have carbon fiber from one end of the wing to the other. I built it very thin, very sleek, and it's a twin engine. And it's a mid-wing. It's not mounted on the bottom, it's not mounted on the top, it's mounted through the fuselage. Now I used Ed's fuselage style, but instead of doubling the bottom, on this particular fuselage, I've doubled each side since the wing is going through the fuselage. Now you ask how I got it this way. Well, before I joined the wings together, because this is solid, nothing comes apart, I cut the fuselage out very carefully. As you can see, it fits nicely. Slid the fuselage up to the aileron point on one wing. Slid the wings together and joined them with hot glue, of course. And then I had my fuselage built to my wing. And yes, I marked it, so we've got equal distance, of course. Now, the tail and everything is sleek as I can get it. This is cut down to tape. Nice and slick and sleek. I did make a mistake on the tail, and I had to trim it. And there's a little deviation, but I'm going to let it go at that because I don't want to get the weight balance out too far. Now, to get my CG right, I had to mount my aileron servos up here for my tail and elevator. Now, I wanted her high off the ground with a pretty good angle of attack, so I've got a pretty large landing gear. Now, the engine nacelles, they're built out of the foam, double top and bottom, and with a piece of wood, a balsa wood, glued inside for the main gear. If you'll notice, the main gear, it's solid. They're acting kind of like a tail, vertical stabilizer. I'm using two basically G10s with the slow fly 10-6 counter rotating props, and I'm running. These are the G10s that run four sail. I think they're 970 kV or maybe 910, one or the other. But my battery is a four sail, and it slides right in here. So I've got my each engine's ESC is mounted in the engine nacelle, and the wires are running and matched up with the everything in the inside the fuselage. Now, I've got my receiver in here, which I'm using a 72 megahertz Throttle 7C. I love it. It's great. Nobody uses 72 anymore, so I don't have to worry about channels and such. And now I can go to the minus deal conversion, so I can use the synchronized receivers and they lock in and they stay. They're great. I love them. But anyway, all you have to do on the ESC is remove the red wire from the tube, and I'm using a separate battery for my control voltage on my ailerons and, well, on my servos and my throttles to get them synchronized. Now when this plane is setting, it sets pretty high angle of attack. If you'll notice, I don't have a tail wheel, I've got a skid. It's a piece of wire. Now, I fly in some pretty rough terrain sometimes, so I thought, well, if this plane holds up good, I'm going to use it for FPV. So, I hadn't had a chance to try it yet. It's been the windiest time I've ever seen in this part of the world. And unfortunately, my RC field in places where I fly, I'm getting, the winds are back and forth, different directions, and it makes it really hard to try out a new plane and get it trimmed out. But hopefully, very soon, you'll be seeing this plane in flight. So what you got your arm and wing all the way through with carbon arrow shaft all the way from one end to the other, glued in permanently. And it's a very strong setup. Each engine nacelle is a G10 pushing a 10.6 slow fly prop with its own ESC on board and its own battery, all in the engine nacelles. Separately powered servo control for the ESC on the, I got a UBEC battery eliminator feeding to run the ailerons and vertical and elevator, and possibly FPV. If it all works out, I can tie right into here and run it all on this one battery here. And I still had to add a little weight on the nose to get her to CG, but that's perfect, because if I do go with the FPV, the FPV will sit here and I can do away with this little extra weight right here. Alright, well, that's what I've been up to, or one of the things. I've been up to several, but I'm proud of this little bird. I hope she flies good. She's sleek, and one reason I built it sleek is because I wanted low engines with big batteries to give me longer flights. So we'll see what happens. It might not fly. If it don't, nothing lost, but a little time. Okay, that's K-Satter. And I might as well give you a peek on what I got on the build table I'm putting together. What does that look like? Yeah, it's a drone, alright. But putting that one together, and I'll give you an update on that one too. Alright, okay, Satter's out. We'll see you later.